At Arsenal Football Club, a troubling question has emerged this season. Is Martin Ødegaard still the right man to wear the armband? Martin Ødegaard, the man Arsenal fans have adored for his calm demeanour, relentless work ethic and technical brilliance, is now under the microscope. Criticism is mounting, his performances in big games are being questioned. But how did we get here? He was the creative spark, the maestro pulling the strings, voted Arsenal's best player 2 years running. If we rewind to the 2022-23 season, Martin Ødegaard had 22 goal contributions in the Premier League alone, 15 goals, 7 assists, and last season 21 across the league and Champions League. This year, 14 so far, which isn't terrible, especially considering he didn't play for 6 weeks due to injury. But it's not the same influence. He's not driving the team like he used to.
Ødegaard is our leader and captain, Declan Rice emphasised when questioned about his teammate. He's professional, has an incredible work ethic, and commands full respect within the dressing room. He trains hard every day, plays every minute, and is one of the best people I've seen off the pitch in terms of how he lives his life. I wouldn't want anyone else as captain. But these glowing endorsements from teammates stand in stark contrast to what we're seeing on the pitch, and even with Rice's backing, the stats and the eye test tell a different story. Ødegaard's known for his vision, those pinpoint passes that carve open defences. Yet, this season, he's been playing it safe. Sideways passes, backward passes, stuff you'd expect from Thomas Partey, not a number 10. Sure, those safe options set the tempo, but Arsenal fans want more. They want that creative spark, the kind that turns games, especially the big ones. The spark seems gone, and for a team with big aspirations, this creative drought couldn't come at a worse time. The debate extends beyond production to personality. Ødegaard is technically Arsenal's captain, but many argue Declan Rice has emerged as the emotional leader of this team. Former Liverpool player Mark Lawrenson even suggested Ødegaard should be stripped of the captaincy, claiming his timid nature is a liability in big matches. This raises an uncomfortable question. Can you lead a team to a title if you're afraid to take risks on the pitch? Compare Ødegaard to Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes. Even during United's disastrous season, Fernandes has racked up 37 goal contributions. Why? Because he takes risks. Ødegaard has become the anti-Bruno. In the first leg against PSG, while Mikel and Declan Rice combined for 20 forward passes, Ødegaard managed just 4. He won only 2 duels out of 8, a statistic Arteta values highly. The critics have noticed. Paul Merson, an Arsenal legend, said, "I admire him a lot, but he hasn't been good recently." So, why the dip? Let's dig in. Let's rewind to early in the season. Ødegaard suffered an ankle injury on international duty, sidelining him for 6 weeks. His return was initially promising. Substitute minutes against Inter Milan in the Champions League, then a strong performance against Chelsea. But what appeared to be a smooth recovery may have been anything but. Did he rush back too quickly? Many observers believe his physical sharpness never fully returned, compounding what seems like an ongoing crisis of confidence. The evidence is everywhere. He's been relieved of corner kick duties from the right side, with Bukayo Saka taking over. His once lethal set pieces suddenly lack precision. So, is it fair to blame him alone? Perhaps not. Arsenal's transfer strategy has left gaps in the squad that Ødegaard alone can't fill. Arsenal's summer window didn't help either. After missing out on the Premier League title by just 2 points last season, they added only Riccardo Calafiori and Mikel, neither of whom addressed the team's attacking needs. Reports suggest this was a point of contention between Arteta and technical director Edu, with Edu pushing for a creative attacking midfielder, while Arteta insisted on physicality in midfield. Perhaps, most tellingly, Arteta has refused to replace Ødegaard with rising star Ethan Nwaneri in the number 10 role, despite giving the 18-year-old minutes on the wing. Why? Arteta's cautious, central midfield needs stamina and defensive nous. Nwaneri's still building.
Ødegaard's off-ball work keeps him in the starting 11, even when the flares missing Ødegaard's off-ball movement and defensive work remain elite, even as his on-ball contributions falter. Yet, with technically gifted academy products like Nwaneri and Max Daumann developing rapidly, Ødegaard's margin for error continues to shrink. Mikel Arteta's got a hand in this too. This transformation didn't happen in a vacuum. The New York Times' Gary Jacobs highlighted a pivotal moment. After Arsenal's humiliating 4-1 defeat to Manchester City, Arteta's approach fundamentally changed. Big games now mean defensive solidity first, attacking flair second. Since then, passes to Ødegaard have decreased dramatically, with Arsenal's attack increasingly reliant on set pieces rather than open play creativity. This shift in strategy has elevated the importance of Jorginho's role in Arsenal's midfield last season. As a deep-lying playmaker, he provides the stability that Arteta's new emphasis on defensive solidity demands, anchoring the team with his composure and precision. His ability to dictate play through sharp, short passes or switch the game with his signature long balls allows Arsenal to transition effectively from defence to attack without relying heavily on Ødegaard in the build-up phase. This was evident in the 3-1 victory over Liverpool, where Jorginho's control in midfield freed Ødegaard to focus on his creative strengths, linking with the forwards and sparking the attack, rather than dropping deep to orchestrate play. In this way, Jorginho not only complements Arteta's cautious approach, but also ensures that Ødegaard's energy is preserved for moments of attacking brilliance, making him a linchpin in Arsenal's redefined balance. One of the most potent weapons in Arsenal's attacking arsenal has been the right flank triangle of Ben White, Martin Ødegaard, and Bukayo Saka. Last season, this trio was unstoppable. White's relentless overlapping runs stretched defences, giving Saka the freedom to cut inside or stay wide, while Ødegaard's vision and pinpoint passing pulled the strings from the centre. Together, they formed a fluid, unpredictable unit that tore apart even the tightest backlines. But this season, that magic has faded. White's injury absences and Arteta's tactical tweaks have fractured the cohesion, leaving the right side less threatening and Ødegaard more isolated. Without his trusted partners firing on all cylinders, the creative burden has fallen even heavier on Ødegaard's shoulders, another piece in the puzzle of his struggles. So, is this just a blip or a deeper problem? Martin Ødegaard stands at a crossroads. Once the creative heartbeat of Arsenal's attack, he now seems caught between the player he was and the player he's become. Reliable but risk-averse, present but not decisive. For Arsenal to reach the heights they crave, they need their captain to rediscover his spark, to take chances, make mistakes, and create the moments of magic that separate champions from contenders. The question is, can he?